Greetings and welcome to STEM Smart Academy. Today we are going to proceed with our class that is in grade 9 mathematics, and our area of focus in this lesson is going to be on how to calculate the volume of a pyramid. The volume of a pyramid. Now, as we are looking to start the lesson, before we start, I bring this to you that as STEM Smart Academy, we offer the following tuition programs: mathematics, physics, computer studies, pre-technical studies, all the way from grade 7, 8, 9, 10, that is for the CBE, and Form 3 and Form 4 for the high school section. The sessions can be one-on-one, physical or online based on our agreements. It's a flexible learning that is exam focused. You can reach out to us via the number 0741 30 43 11. You can reach out to us via that number and we are going to help you. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos with your other friends. So let's start by looking at volume of a pyramid. One thing you need to know as a learner when you are calculating volume of a pyramid is the formula. What is the formula for calculating the volume of a pyramid? So the volume of any pyramid is calculated by a third multiplied by the base area multiplied by the height. So this is the formula we use to calculate the volume of a pyramid. This is the formula we use to calculate the volume of a pyramid. Let's have a look at some case examples. Example 1. You can get a question saying, calculate the volume of the figure below. Calculate the volume of the figure below. Calculate the volume of the figure below. And here is our figure. You can have a figure like this one here. You can have a figure like the one I'm drawing here. This is our figure. This is our figure. When you look at the figure, let's have the dimensions for the figure. This is 12 centimeters, 10 centimeters. Then it has some vertical height. And that vertical height is 20 centimeters. So when you're given such a question, it's a rectangular based pyramid and you're told to calculate its volume. So under your solution, you have to start by telling us that the volume of a pyramid is given as a third multiplied by the base area multiplied by the height. So applying this, we are going to have a third multiplied by the base. When you look at the base is rectangular in shape, and therefore to get the area of the base, it is the area of the rectangle. That's 12 times 10. So that gives you the base area times the perpendicular height, which is 20, times the perpendicular height, which in this case is 20. So when you work it out, when you work this out, what are you going to get? This gives us 800 cubic centimeters. 800 cubic centimeters as the volume of that pyramid, as the volume of that pyramid. Let's have a look at the next question. That's example 2 on the same. You can get such a question in example 2, that the base ABCD, the base ABCD is a right pyramid, is a right pyramid, a right pyramid, is a right pyramid. Then you're told that AB is equal to 8 centimeters, BC is equal to 6 centimeters, and AO is equivalent to 13 centimeters. You have such a statement. Then here is your pyramid. Here is your pyramid. Here is the pyramid. Here is our pyramid. Then so this is A, B, C, D. So this is 8 centimeters, 6 centimeters. Then AO is 13. This one here, 13 centimeters. So but the question is calculate then Roman 1 of the question, the vertical height, the vertical height. Calculate the vertical height OE. I want to indicate it on a diagram. OE, E is the point, O is at the vertex here. Then the point where these diagonals intersect is the point we call E. This way. Let me show you where E is located. Where E. So this is your E. So that is the diagram. So we need first to get that distance OE, the vertical height OE. So when you look at it, you need to be very keen. So for you to get that, first you need to get the diagonal. And I want to get it this way. If this is A, this is B, this is C, this is 8, this is 6. I want first to get the diagonal AC. And the distance AC is given as the square root of 8 squared plus 6 squared. So this gives you 10 centimeters. So the distance AC is 10 centimeters. But now when you look at the distance, when you look at E, E is the midpoint of AC. So AE is a half of AC, which is a half of 10, meaning AE is 5 centimeters. Then if A is 5 centimeters, let's have it also again this way. If AE is now 5 centimeters, we can have this drawn this way. I can now have it this way. I can now have it this way. Let's see. So this will be A, this is E, this is O. So AE is, we've said it is 5, but also remember AO is 13, and this angle is 90, so now you need to get the distance OE. So in this context, OE is given as the square root of 13 squared minus 5 squared. So that means that our OE, when you use your calculator, make sure to use your calculator. That is 13 squared minus 5 squared. That's the square root of 144, meaning the distance OE is 12 centimeters. So you are done with part A. Remember, part A, Roman 1, was to calculate the height OE. After getting the height OE, now let's look at Roman 2 of the question. Roman 2 of the question is the volume of the pyramid. Calculate the volume of the pyramid. The volume of the pyramid. Now, again, a formula in mathematics is very important, dear learner. Volume of a pyramid is given as a third multiplied by the base area multiplied by the height. So here we are going to have a third multiplied by the base area. When you look at your pyramid, the base area is rectangular, measuring 8 by 6. So it will be 8 times 6. This gives you the base area. Then multiplied by the height OE, which we found as 12. Remember, the height will be the perpendicular height to the base. So when you multiply this, you are going to get 192. 192 cubic centimeters. 192 cubic centimeters as the volume. We have that one as the volume. Let's have a look at question number 2. Example number 2 on the same. Example number 2. In example number 2, the question is, a packet of milk is in the shape of a triangular. A packet of milk. A packet of milk is in the shape shape of triangular. In the shape of triangular, triangular shaped pyramid as shown below. As shown below. So when you have that, so this is the figure. I want it to be taken of it. Be very, very keen. This is the figure. This is the figure. This is the figure. And this angle here is 90 degrees. This angle here is 90 degrees. And this one here, it is the distance O. This is 9 centimeters. This is 12 centimeters. A, V, that is a common vertex. C, B here. So when you look at it, after that it says, find the volume of the packet. The question is now, find the volume of the packet. Find the volume of the packet. Remember, we said that volume, the volume is, there is this vertical height from the vertex V there, this dotted line, it is 10 centimeters. That's 10 centimeters. So for you to get the volume under our solution, you must apply the formula that volume is given by a third multiplied by the base area multiplied by the height. So this will be a third. The base is a right angle triangle. The area of a right angle triangle is given by a half multiplied by the base 12 by the height of 9. Then times the perpendicular height, which is 10. So that is the formula for calculating the volume of a pyramid. Then when you use your calculator, that's a third times a half times 12 times 9 times 10. That gives you 180 cubic centimeters. 180 cubic centimeters. 180 cubic centimeters as the answer. Let's have a look at the last question. That says a tent is in the shape of a pyramid. That's example number 3. A tent is in the shape of a pyramid with a square base of base of 1,764 square meters, given the volume of the tent, is 11,760 cubic meters. Find its slant height. Vm. Find its slant height Vm. And this is the figure. This is the figure. This is the figure we have. This is the figure we are having. I want you to be very, very keen. This is 90, this is O. This side here is A, B, M is the midpoint here, C, then D. So the dimensions are, we've not been given the dimensions, that's how the question is. So let's reread the question. That a tent is in the shape of a pyramid with a square base of 1,764. So that means first we can get the side of one square, the one side of the square, because the area of the square is 1764, then one side of the square will be given as the square root of 1764. So the square root of 1764 is 42 meters. So if that is 42, what next are we going to have? We've gotten that is 42. Then also we can get the height. Remember, the volume is given by a third times base area times height. So the volume, which is 11,760, is equal to a third multiplied by the base area of 1764 multiplied by the height h. So this means when I take say 11,760 and divide it by, when you have 1764, first you multiply that by a third, that is 588. So when I divide this by 588, it should give me the height. So in that case, the vertical height of this pyramid is 20 meters. 20 meters. So if the total if the square measures 42 by 42, so I'm going to get, let's have this as V. I'm going to have a smaller triangle here. So that this is M, this is O, this is V. OV is the height, which we found to be 20. This is 90. OM is half of AB. If AB is 42, then OM will be 21. Then from this I need to get VM. So applying Pythagoras theorem, you can see that VM is given as the square root of 21 squared plus 20 squared. So this will be the square root of, when you take 21 squared plus 20 squared, that gives you 841. So the square root of 841, so the square root of that one gives you 29 meters. So VM is 29 meters. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our lessons with your other friends. See you